Hey guys, welcome back to Level Up Before Dawn. It's almost 9 o'clock now. I'm just waiting for the market to open. Oxa listed yesterday on the JSE, but I couldn't see it on my share profile. So I can finally see it now, but the market's not open yet. I'm a bit disappointed. I mean, they said it was they said it was oversubscribed. That means like the demand for these shares was higher than the funding that they were looking for, significantly, like multiple times over itself. And I just saw, so I have my shares, but I also like actually put in money for the IPO, and I'm so grateful. Like I'm so grateful for life, just because in my old job, 2 jobs ago, I would have not been able to do this because of the nature of my job. But now I can. But I didn't get like as much as I wanted. Like they only took 1,200 from my money out of 10,000. So as soon as the market opens, I'm gonna just put in an order for box shares. Hopefully there's like some people who are scalping off of the IPO price. And I can like get something, just because I feel like even though it's higher, because it's showing as like 64 rand, whereas in the release they said it's going, they allocated shares at 54 rand per share, so it's gone up significantly, but I still think there's so much upside, like in my mind. And also, I will preface this by saying this is not financial advice. I'm just telling you my thoughts. Please do not use my thoughts as the sole basis, any basis of your decision making. Take in information from a lot of sources, and then make the decision. But I see Boxer as my way of getting in early to a Capitec or ShopRite type of share. So I'm willing to risk it all. Well, not risk it all, but I'm there. It's an order. It's like 9 o'clock on the dot. I did it at market, so I want to do it ASAP before this thing shoots anymore. I mean, even on the bid side, it's higher than the ask. And usually it's the other way around, and that's why there's like tension in the market. On the bid side, it's lower and the ask is higher. So it's like you sort of waiting for who's going to budge on this negotiation to purchase the share. But even on the bid side of things, bid being the ones who want to buy, it's higher than what the sellers are asking for. Can you imagine? So yeah, no, I think like a lot of people are seeing things. So, but yeah, I think like what I'm concentrating on right now is reducing my concentration. So I'm highly concentrated on Nampak and We Buy Cars. Because Nampak I got in extremely early when I was speculating, and it actually paid off, and so now it's like one of my biggest holdings. And then We Buy Cars, because I was doing the same thing with Transaction Capital. They listed and I got those shares for free. But now I'm overly concentrated on the shares, so I'm not gonna sell them. So I need to like post up the other ones. And so I need to figure out which name to do. Recently, what did I buy? I've been just, re-upping on the dividend ETFs that I have. So the South African one I've been doing a lot. But then last week, or this week, I did my global dividends ETF. I think also starting from this month, I have put in some interesting things. So not really interesting, but like I think it's like a really cool way of automating things. So with my bank, like, scheduled transfers, and I've been paying like a little bit extra into my bond account every month. So now instead of doing that once-off monthly payment, I've split it into every 2 weeks, and also upped it a little. And so now that's going to be starting now with this salary cycle. And I think like, in the long run, that's going to help me pay it off a lot faster. Only because doing it monthly, that's 12 payments, right? 12 month payments, right? Doing it every 2 weeks, then it's so 52 weeks in a year divided by 2 equals 26. So 26 half-month payments. So divide that by 2 again, equals 13. So I end up paying for 13 months over a year versus 12 months over a year. So I'm like paying it off faster. So that's why I'm doing that. And I think also I started like a regular transfer into my share account every month, because I was just thinking about it. Before, I had unit trust, and I would have like the debit order every month going into that unit trust. I have my share account, and like I transfer. I mean, it turns out to be every month I transfer something in, but I don't have like a debit order going towards an investment like that, other than my retirement unit. So I'm gonna now, because the money's not going to a unit trust anymore, I'm gonna channel that now into my share account, so that whatever, like if I don't have a specific name that I want to buy, then I'm buying an ETF, or I'm upping on my ETF and I'm reducing my concentration. So, wow, what a long-winded way to get back to the fact that I'm reducing concentration risk in my portfolio. So yeah, like I've just been, and I think it's like, the sucky part is a lot of the really lowest concentration names are like single names, and I don't want to go into single names. I want to rather boost up my ETFs first before I reduce concentration on the single names. Because with the single names, it's not just buy into it. Like, I'm monitoring your financial results as well. So global dividend, and then the Satrix dividend, I think it is. Yeah, Satrix dividend. I've been upping the Satrix one quite significantly. So I'm going to be focusing a bit more on global, but also, I remember I told you guys last time, I do want my local dividend ETF to be a lot bigger, just so that tax charge is less when it eventually becomes like, proceeds that I can live on. Yeah, like I think, so that's gonna be like the method. I'm going to increase concentration on the lower ones. The goal is to get them up to 7% each. Wow, is that even possible? No, was it? What I said? Because I have. Whoa! Oh, I got them. I'm like, why is Boxer so highly concentrated? Like, I got such a low allocation. Actually, the order just got filled. Okay, nice. Yay. Okay. So now I just want to count. I want to see like what is the optimal concentration. So for now, I'm just going to say even across. So equally weighted. And I have 28. So we're going to say 100% divided by 28. Wow, 3.5%. So the goal is to get things to 3.5%. So I'm going to be looking at anything that's lower than 3.5%, and then first start with and my Satrix dividend is lower than 3.5%, so I can put more in there. Start with the ETFs first, get them where they need to be, and then do single names selectively on the trajectory of the actual operations. Yeah, well, I got my box of shares. What else am I doing? On the business side of things, it's been insane. I'm so grateful. So essentially the revival of my business seems to be going pretty well. So I listed on Takealot beginning of the month, and sales have been steady, surprisingly, but also not. It's like the volume of sales is not surprising. It's the recovery, how fast the recovery is, just surprising. But I'm very grateful. Yeah, we've been getting orders. I think also that it's Black Friday. Some people still subscribe, so they're doing that. I've had to send in stuff to the warehouse quite significantly, or quite often, which I'm grateful for. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think now what I'm thinking is now that I have Takealot and I'm building stats on there, I need to do Amazon. The priority now is to get Amazon up and running. So then I can also compare the stats there. And then because I have a year-long thing with my Shopify, I'm gonna now I don't know, I feel like I'm looking at business in a completely different way now. I'm a lot more strategic, which I'm grateful for. But now I'm really thinking about my distribution strategy. And so website, Takealot, Amazon, monitor the stats for a year. That's what we're doing now. Monitoring the stats for the year, see which channel moves my merch the fastest. Sound like a drug dealer. I just want to see where do people prefer to shop, and then meet them where they are. I mean, that's literally what commerce is. So yeah, that's the plan. But I'm excited. I'm grateful. It's really cool. And properties are just taking off. Getting debit orders, putting it in the loan. Just grateful for the repo rate cuts we've got 2 now. That's awesome. And with the business, I don't pay myself. I don't think I ever will. Unless I work in it. But I don't think I ever will. I'm working in it now. But I don't think I'll ever pay myself a salary. That's what my day job is.